I want you guys to turn to page, we're going to do Age of Imperialism. So we're going to go to page 80. We're just going to start fresh for this lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to go over some pictures. I'm going to need tablets. Is it okay? 1, 2, 3, 8 tablets, please. Thank you. So we're going to go over some slides. We're going to talk about vocabulary. I'm going to give dojo points, and you can guess what the vocabulary word is from the picture. I didn't make it impossible, but some of them are kind of tricky. And then after we're done that, we're going to do some bookwork. We're going to do some reading. And then we're going to get the tablets out. You're going to get into groups, and you're going to answer a question together. But I want you guys to use academic speech. Do you guys know what academic speech is? It's using proper grammar. It's using big words. So you can use your tablet for using a thesaurus, or trying to find words and make it sound like something that would be in a journal or a textbook. You want to be able to speak like it should be in a textbook. That's the idea of academic speech. So let's get started. We're going to take a look here. So for dojo points, whose turn is it? Is it Joey's turn? Okay,
James.
Oh, sorry, James. Sorry, Joey. I'm going to get dojo up here and we'll get going. Technology. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. James, what do we see here? Well, let's take a look at this picture. What type of things do we see in this picture? Quickly, what do we see? Light bulbs. What are these ones? The light's off, yeah, but I don't think you guys can see. Look. They're different types of light bulbs, right? Yep. So, what word in the vocabulary do you think would go with this? Good. I'm going to say efficient.
Efficient.
And what does efficient mean?
Able to do something, do things without waste.
Without waste, guys. So fill that in, okay? Write that in. And you can see we have, what type of light bulb, what is this light bulb called?
LED.
No?
LED.
We have them in here too.
Bulb.
No, they're special. It's fluorescent, right?
Fluorescent.
You never heard of fluorescent bulbs?
I heard.
Fluorescent, and these ones are called incandescent. They're the old style ones, where they heat up a piece of metal so hot that it gives off light. All right, we gotta get moving a little quicker here. Sorry, point Joey. This is a James. I'm having one of those days today. Sorry, James. There you go. Betty, this is a bit tricky, but you can see that this is like a government office where people are speaking properly and orderly with rules and regulations. And what word do you think would fit in there? It's tricky. Yeah, this one is a bit tough.
Alliance.
No, not alliance. Terry?
Civilized.
Yeah, civilized. Civilized. You guys know what civilized means? What does civilized mean, Terry?
To educate and improve the way of life.
And improve the way of life. Yeah, exactly. So write that in, guys. Write nicely, please. Point. Terry. Next. Amy, go ahead, please. Take a look at the next one. Who's that a picture of? Oh, sorry. Who's that a picture of? If you listen to Betty, she said it. Anne Frank. Do you guys know who Anne Frank was?
Oh, the diary.
The Diary of Anne Frank, that's right. It talked about the terrible things that happened during World War II, right?
Yeah.
So, take a look at your vocabulary words. What did Anne Frank have to do? Just gonna give it a second, Amy. What do you think? Andy? Yeah, exactly. Relocate. Remember, she had to hide in that annex, right? Behind the bookshelf.
Yes.
Her and another family were in there. What a scary time to live and be Jewish, right? Frightening. You can't even leave the building. If you leave the building, you're going to be put in a concentration camp where most likely you would die. And you guys know what happened to Anne Frank, right?
Yes.
What happened?
She died.
She died, yeah, but she
Of course.
they found out where she was. They found out where she was, and they sent her to a concentration camp, and she got really sick, and she died within a year after she was caught. Just frightening. You guys are really lucky to be living in an area and a time that we are right now. I can't even imagine. Moving on. What's this guy right here?
Gorilla.
It's not a gorilla.
Mongoose.
Who got that point? Was that Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I give you the point? No.
Mongoose.
It's not a mongoose. It's not a mongoose.
A friend.
Skunk.
My university was. You know how you have team names like the Korean Tigers, right? You know how they have like an animal.
Yeah.
This was my university's team name. Yep.
Skunk.
It kind of looks like a skunk, right? Sure.
very
Too big.
Kind of looks like a skunk. Eh?
Anteater.
Nope, not an anteater. Kind of though, like it's got
Coyote.
those huge
Polar
claws.
bear.
It's not a polar bear. It's
Coyote?
yeah.
Porcupine.
Nope, kind of looks like it.
Bald bear.
It's called a badger.
Badger.
A badger. And these animals are very, very aggressive and are not scared of anything. So what word do you think we're dealing with, Michelle? Or no, is it Andy double whammy?
Yeah.
Andy double whammy.
Fiercely.
Fiercely, that's right. These animals can get bitten by king cobras, and they take a nap, and then they're better. They go and attack beehives, and are getting stung thousands and thousands of times, and they don't care. They're just eating the honey. They're so tough and strong and not scared.
How big is
What do we have here? You got? Does this picture remind you of anything?
Oh, this is
Korea.
Korean.
Korea.
Oh.
Okay, okay. So give me some. This is not a vocabulary word. We're gonna build some background on your prior knowledge, because we're talking about imperialism. We're talking about there's something that goes along with imperialism. What's the word I'm looking for here that goes sort of with our topic today? It's something that, I'll give you a hint, it's something that happened to Korea. There was a war, sure, yeah. But there's something a little more. Go ahead, Gary.
Japan colonized Korea.
Exactly. Colonize, because we're going to be talking about, with imperialism, we're talking about, Europe, France, Spain, Germany, going into Africa and colonizing, right? So, and this is something that happened to your country, right?
Yeah.
Japan came into, guys,
Tarzan. Movie.
what's that? There's a movie about this?
Yeah, like Belgium, like wants to get the jungle of like Congo. So the Tarzan and his.
What was the name of the movie?
Tarzan. The
Oh,
legend,
Tarzan.
The Legend of Tarzan.
Okay, and then I guess there was maybe British people in
Belgium.
Belgium.
or Belgian people. Okay, yeah, exactly what was happening. Yeah, good.
Old horse fighting.
So yeah, because what was going on with Japan at this time?
They were trying to go to conquer Asia.
Sure, but take a look at some of the stuff we're looking at. Take a look at the vocabulary words.
Kill.
No. Well, they did. They definitely did. But I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with the steam engine. What was Japan They were advanced.
They wanted to
Machinery.
get
Their machinery. They were industrialized, right? Japan was industrialized, and they're wanting to expand, just like what. No, we're doing. The word was.
Oh.
We'll get there. But Japan was industrialized, and they're expanding. Basically, what happened? What was going on in the UK and France and Germany? They were industrialized, and they want to get bigger. They want more resources, right? And that's what Japan basically did to Korea, right? It's almost the exact same thing, right? Good. So you guys know firsthand about colonization, and I know there was a treaty, right?
Yeah.
The Korean-Japan treaty, and it was terrible, right? It was a bad treaty, and I heard that your president at that time didn't even sign
No,
it.
the emperor.
Emperor.
The
They
emperor,
agree.
he didn't even sign it, right? But Japan still came in, and then who helped
5 people.
Who-
that
who-
did
people.
that.
kicked out Japan? Who helped you?
What?
Kingu.
Ah,
America.
America and
Other UN countries.
Yes.
No, not
there was two
Yes.
major countries that really helped you.
the Russia.
Soviets, yeah. The Soviets and America came in. It was like Japan.
Ah, yes, yes,
See ya.
yes, yes.
Get out of here. You guys are being very mean. Bye bye. Yeah. All right. Colonize. Yes. Oh, I should have dropped that one down. Easy dojo point. Whose turn? Alex, go ahead, please. What's going on here? What do we have happening?
Evolution.
Yes, evolution. You can see 2007. You can see how the phone has changed. It has evolved, and that's something that happens with industry as well, right? You think about we went from a steam engine to, to robots, right? It's evolving. It's getting more and more advanced. So that's a point for Alex. I know. Alex. Next, go ahead. Ariel. Sorry. What do we got here? This is
Europe.
some interesting stuff here. What do we got here? What word do you think we have, Ariel? Yep.
Who was the first one before what?
Alex got the last point, I think, and the one for you. No one got the point, I don't think. I had to.
Just
Yeah.
Terry.
Terry, you
No.
colonize. Who said colonize?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. Oh, sorry, Terry. You got the point.
That
Very
was
good,
the
Michelle.
first. That was the first.
Sorry. Yeah, it was. Go ahead. Ariel, what do we got here? What's going on? Does it look familiar at all?
So what is yellow?
Yellow is neutral countries, and then something called the Triple Entente, and then the Triple Alliance. Yeah.
Ah.
What? Oh,
Let's how like.
very good. Good, Ariel. Point for Ariel. It's an alliance, yeah. And you guys remember about World War I, right?
Yeah.
This is what happened in World War I. We have who was part of the Triple Entente? Do you guys remember? You can see we got Russia, right? France, the UK, and then what was the other one called? I know it says the Triple Alliance. Does anyone know another name for it? That's the different war.
Europe.
No, it's called the Central Powers. The Central Powers. Who are the bad guys in this war?
German.
Germany. Who else?
Italian.
Italy.
Ah,
Japan. Japan.
Austria.
Austria. Yeah, those were the huge ones you can see here. So, do you know what the crazy thing about alliances is though? There's a lot of what were you gonna say? Sorry, Claire.
No.
The interesting thing about alliances is they say because these countries started making these alliances and it just causes unrest. And it basically because they started teaming up, it's what caused the war, right? And we have something now, what do we have now to kind of,
United
the
Nations.
UN, that's right, yeah. And the Korean is in charge, is he still in charge?
Right now.
Ban Ki-moon, yeah.
For this
So, yeah. And things like alliances, and you guys have heard about the arms race, right? there was a nuclear arms race, right? And then for World War I, it was a naval race, because Britain started building ships, then Germany started building ships, and it's like, why are we building these machines of war? What does it usually mean? It means you're going to end up going to war, right? So all these things, these alliances, these, you know, building nuclear weapons, building. Annabelle, are you touching James's head? Don't do that, please. Yeah, building weapons of war, making alliances. It's kind of dangerous, right? Can end up in a world war. Moving on. Next, whose turn? Oh, we got a video here. This is because the book really doesn't. I don't think it does it justice to see the power. And imagine a long time ago, before this, there was a horse that towed a carriage, and then all of a sudden you see this coming down the road, right? It's incredible how fast that jump from horses to just off a steam engine. Amazing. That doesn't work. Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Look at that smoke, eh? It's moving pretty quick. Look how fast that. Yeah. So what does this have to do with imperialism? Look at that. And look at all of the stuff it's towing, right? So do you guys see? Do you guys understand though what this did for imperialism? What did it do?
Resources.
Bingo. They could, you know, they could go into Africa and go very far into Africa, and they don't have to use horses and carriages, right? To bring stuff back. They can use the steam engine and just bring back tons of coal and whatever, rubber and the resources that they're getting from Africa, and in large quantities for a cheap price, right? Because it burns coal. What do we got here? This is not this is not a point, but this is just something to help, because some people have misconceptions. They don't really understand the way things are. What do you think? Where do you think this picture is taken?
City.
What city though? Yeah,
Seoul.
it's a city.
Seoul.
No, it's not Seoul.
America. New York.
Think about
the train.
think about what we're talking about.
India.
Africa.
Africa. This is
Really?
yeah, I forget the name of the city. Hold on. It's called
Nairobi.
no, Abuja. Yeah, but they say it's, look at how advanced it is. Look at this. These are levels. Like there's different. The trees are up really high. The street's way down there, and they have the trees up there. They have pathways going across. So it's like a park, like different levels of a park. It's advanced, but it's just showing that Africa is not just a desert with tigers and lions, right? It's a very advanced, developed country now. And we have a teacher that's from South Africa.
Yes.
Yes.
Edgar. Edgar. Is that no? That's not his name. Eckbert. Yeah. Eckbert. But yeah, just a misconception. Everyone thinks Africa is not very developed, but now it is definitely some very rich countries. Okay, so we're going to academic language. Here's the definition. Let's do. Actually, before we get into this, we got quite a bit of time. Did we fill out all the vocabulary words on 81?
One.
Let's go ahead with number 1, Brian. Number 1.
Which statement is not true about this statement?
Sure.
B.
B, of course, good. Guys, even if we don't read everything word for word, you guys are smart enough to, look at the question and find where the answer is.
Teacher,
Yeah.
caption is strange.
It's
Wish. Yes.
Oh, hey, there you go.
What?
That's money, I told you, when you find mistakes in the book, that's money. Good eye. Point, Brian. Next.
Number 2. What was the result of the Industrial Revolution? C. People migrated from the countryside into cities. C.
That's right, yeah. Good point, Eric, next.
Number 3. What is something that European countries did not compete for in the 1880s?
Of course, yes. They did not war, she said C. They did not war against each other. They competed for colonies, yes, they competed for military power, natural resources, but not each other. Point. Tiffany. It's kind of like that idea if you have a common enemy, people unite. So they're not warring with each other, they're basically attacking Africa. Point. Tiffany, next.
On number 4, which country became a powerful new country in Europe in the 18th century?
We're gonna mark, and we're gonna do, what are we saying for switch? Acceleration?
Yeah.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, switch!
Acceleration.
Red pens out, let's do this quickly, please. We gotta do it quick, and then we'll get the tablets going, and you're gonna do some group work. Here we go. I say the number. You guys say the answer nice and loud.
Sure, number 4.
We're gonna start with number 4? Okay, here we go. Ready, number 4, go.
Evolution.
Number 5.
Mass production.
Number, yeah? 88. There's 4 questions there, okay? You don't really, if your tablet, the only thing I want you going to on your tablet is for a thesaurus, okay? I want you to try and use,
Sure, D.
you two are gonna be, yeah, those 4 questions. You're gonna do 1, you guys are gonna work together as 3, okay? Eric and Betty, you guys can work together. That's fine. Eric, come on over. Here you go. We gotta do this quickly, guys. Here you go. So, you're gonna be doing, it goes like this. Question 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you guys understand? Those are the questions that you're doing. Work together. And try and make your answer sound like it's from the textbook. Okay? So, what question number are you doing? Number 4. So, try and get write down your answer. The best thing to do, guys, is write down what you have on the top of your head first, and then improve from there. Try and improve. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah, this is what's going to be interesting, because there's going to be people with the same answers as you. We're going to hear the difference. And maybe we can judge, and the best sentence gets a dojo point. An extra dojo point. Maybe you don't even need to use the thesaurus.
Yeah.
Maybe you can write a proper academic sentence. The whole idea is to make it sound like it was an answer, like in an answer key for the textbook. You want it to be perfect. And I want to hear, because like I said, there's going to be another group doing the same question as you. I want to hear the differences. All right, we'll talk about that next class, guys. Shut the tablets down and pass them in. Who's in charge of the tablets?
Annabelle.
Annabelle, can you collect them, please, Annabelle? And make sure they're shut down.